So for this video, we're going to practice working on word problems to prepare for the SAT or ACT work keys. A lot of times when we see word problems as students or as adults, we put up this mind block and we're like, oh no, there's words. It's not kill and drill. I can't do this. But that's not true. We can do this, and let's practice pulling out the important information and being able to understand the problem so we can execute the calculations to find the correct answer. All right, so first thing you want to do with the word problem is you want to read it all the way through. Then you want to go through and you want to mark up important information to pull out the information that you know and get an understanding of what the problem is actually asking you to find. So let's begin. This problem here says that a company's manager estimated that the cost C in dollars of producing N items is the equation C equals 7N plus 350. The company sells each item for $12. The company makes a profit when the total income from selling a quantity of items is greater than the total cost of producing that quantity of items. Which of the following inequalities gives all possible values of N for which the manager estimates that the company will make a profit? So let's pull out some things that we know. We know that the cost C is in dollars, which makes sense to us because we live in the United States and we pay for everything in dollars. Producing N items, so however many items, each item is going to be represented by the variable N. The equation we're using for the cost is C equals 7 times N plus 350. The company sells each item for $12. So every item that they sell that they are producing, they're charging $12. The company makes a profit when the total income from selling the items is greater than the total cost. So it's important to know that profit, the way to get profit, right, is we're going to take the income, the amount of money that we're bringing in from selling items, and it's got to be greater than the cost that it costs us to make the items. So that way we can make a profit. So a profit is going to be the income has to be larger, that's where that greater than the cost to make each item, right? So once we have that, then we start making a profit and we start becoming profitable in our business. Okay, so which of the following inequalities? So we've got to solve this and figure out how many items it takes to start making a profit, right, for this company. So let's begin here. So we know we want income to be greater than cost. So we've got our inequality set up. Now we've just got to put the math into it. So we know, so let's talk about a couple things we know. Each item is $12, right? We also know that the cost is 7N plus 350. So we can take this part right here and plug that in to that part of our inequality right now. So let's do that. So on this side of the inequality, we're going to have 7N plus 350. Now our income, we know that for every widget that we sell or every item that we're making that we're going to sell is going to cost the consumer $12. So the income is $12 times every item. So we're going to put that over here. $12 times every item that we sell. Remember, we're using the variable N for this problem. So now we have our income greater than our cost. Now we just solve. So let's do that. Remember, our goal is we want to get N by itself, right? So we're going to move all the N's to one side. We're going to move all the numerals to the other side, and we're going to see where we land. All right. So remember to keep the value the same of an inequality or an equation. What we do to one side, we must do to the other side. And to move and adjust different items to other sides of the equal sign or the inequality sign, we must do the opposite math operation. So notice 7N is positive, right? So we're going to subtract 7N, and what we do to one side, we do to the other side. So our 7N's on the right side of the inequality are going to cancel. On the left side, we are left with 5N. Our inequality sign stays the same because we did not divide or multiply by a negative. And we bring down the 350. So we're getting super close. Again, our goal is to get n by itself. 5 is being multiplied by n. The opposite of multiplication is division. So we're going to divide both sides by 5. And we see that we have arrived at the inequality of n has to be greater than 70. Okay, so we're almost there. This is the solution that we have discovered with our math calculations. Now we need to go back to our choices and find the choice that matches this. Notice A says n is less than 70. That is not what we're looking for. N is less than 84. While some of that is true, between 71 and 83 that would be true, higher than 83 would also be true. So B does not count either. C says n is greater than 70, which is exactly what we calculated. I hope this helps. You can do word problems. Stick with it and practice.